There has never been more fitness information available. We've got ChatGPT, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. If information was the answer, you would already have a six pack right now. My goal for this video is to show you that the problem is not knowledge, and I also want to show you what really moves the needle so you can stop consuming all this content and finally start making some real progress. Let's go. My name is Marco, and I'm an online fitness coach for high-performing men. I've been doing this for about 8 years now, and in that process helped well over 750 guys get visible abs. So if you're looking for some tips on how to get there while removing all the guesswork, subscribe to this channel. Let's go. Most successful men believe that all they really need to get in shape is just better information and a right plan, which I understand because, if you're smart and capable, that's usually how you fix your problems. You just need to learn more, get smarter, get better information. But here's the problem with that belief. When you believe that the issue is information, you consume content instead of really executing. You save all these workouts on your phone that you never really follow. You switch plans and approaches before your results start to compound. You second guess everything you're doing instead of actually committing to something. And you try to self-manage something that really just requires enforcement. So you're not dumb, you're not lazy, you're just trying to manage something important alone. You're over-informed and under-accountable, and that leads to motion without momentum. And if we don't get momentum from our motion, we get discouraged. Motivation goes down and you will eventually give up. Does that sound familiar? So what that looks like in real life is you're constantly hovering between 20 and 25% body fat. And mentally, you're always thinking like, man, I should really be further along than this with all the effort that I put in. You've got less focus at work, less patience, and you're just operating at a lower capacity. And you keep telling to yourself, once things calm down, I will lock in, but you never really do. Now again, the real problem is not needing more information. The real problem is that you're trying to manage something important all by yourself. The road to visible abs is not learning new things and getting more information. The road to visible abs is installing external accountability and enforcement. You don't even have to take my word for it. Ray Dalio said, I quote, "The biggest tragedy of life is people holding on to bad opinions because they are their own." Now for context, Ray Dalio is a billionaire, so he does know a thing or two. Let me give you another example, a simple one. Most people know the speed limit, right? If you drive on a road, you probably know what the speed limit is. I would hope so. But the only reason that you drive the speed limit is not because you know what it is. You do that because you get a ticket if you don't. Behavior is different when someone else is watching. Accountability is what changes behavior, not having more information. To be honest, to give you a personal example, I never built anything meaningful on my own. Every major jump in my business or my finances or my fitness happened after I hired help. And it's not because I lacked the confidence, it's because I know that I have blind spots. Now then me paying for something, especially if it's an amount that makes me uncomfortable, creates that commitment, and having to report to someone creates that accountability, which ultimately changes my behavior. Every success I've ever had was not a result of me trying to figure things out on my own. It was always just me putting myself into situations where execution was enforced. Let me give you an example from one of my clients. This right here is Dennis. Dennis is a tech executive. And as you can see on the picture on the left, he was already in decent shape. And that is because Dennis did not need more information. He had a pretty good understanding of what to do. Dennis just needed the systems, the structure, and more importantly, the accountability to get himself over the edge. And the result is clear. He is absolutely shredded for the first time in his life. Let me give you a cool study to support all these claims that I'm making today. According to research by the American Society of Training and Development, you have a 65% chance of achieving a goal if you commit to someone else. That jumps to 95% with ongoing accountability check-ins. The variable here was not intelligence, it was enforcement. You already know this everywhere else. You don't coach yourself in elite sports, you don't diagnose yourself medically, and you also don't handle complex legal issues alone. At least I would hope you don't. And it's not because you're incapable or stupid, it's because the outcomes matter too much for you to just wing it by yourself. And fitness is no different. So let's think about what life would look like if you actually installed this belief. You're gonna stop thinking about fitness all day. No debating, no second guessing. Fat loss actually becomes predictable and your energy will become stable. Sharper focus, more patience, and better decisions at work. And you just stop being the guy who's working on it and you start being the guy who's got everything covered. I hope this short video helped change your beliefs on fitness a little bit. Because like I said in my last one, I do genuinely believe that that is the most important thing that you can do to reach your fitness goals. Just change your beliefs on it. And if this can help you stop watching all these videos, looking for more information, doing these ChatGPT searches, saving workouts on Instagram that you never really do, and instead of that, you start just installing an external accountability system where execution is actually enforced, then my goal has been accomplished and your goals will be accomplished as well. So if you want visible abs without second guessing, overthinking, and trying to manage everything by yourself, subscribe to the channel. More coming soon.